Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Viryandeep and I'm a third year nursing student. I don't want this intro to be too long, but I'm just going to start off by saying that I have a huge nursing school supply haul for you all, and I really hope this helps you out. I am going to try my best to include as many things as possible. So without further ado, let's get started. First things first is a backpack. You're going to want a big backpack that would fit your laptop, and just make sure it has enough pockets. I have like a smaller one here where I put my hand sanitizer, my chapstick, pads, tampons, that type of stuff, and then like another pocket here with like some of my stationery, and then like obviously two bigger pockets for any papers, notes, laptop, etc. So just make sure it's a backpack that's going to last you for the next few years of your life. Next is a bag for clinical. So this is the one that I have here. It's from Lululemon. It was actually on sale, so I purchased this one this year. Now this isn't like 100% of a necessity by any means. For the past 3 semesters I have used a tote bag, and that's worked perfectly fine for me. It's just one of the books I had from, it's just one of the bags I had from the school bookstore, and that was working perfectly fine. It's just I found that I was starting to get really unorganized in there. So that's why I wanted something with a few more pockets and everything, so I could be a little bit more organized. And I know this is going to last me a while, so I can definitely just keep this for a preceptorship, and then once I grad I can obviously take it as like my work bag. Next is my favorite thing ever, and it is a stethoscope. I was super excited when I first got my stethoscope. This is the Littmann Classic 3, which is basically the one that everybody kind of goes for now. It is like about $100 or so, so it is an investment, but definitely get a good stethoscope, because my first semester I purchased just like those $30 ones or whatever, and it worked, but honestly you hear so much better in this. So it is something you're going to need for a lifetime, so you might as well just invest in it and then take good care of it. And speaking about taking good care of your stethoscope, the next product I have is a stethoscope case. I'm sure you guys have seen this in a lot of like nursing related videos. This is actually just off of Amazon. It's a super cute case, and basically you can just put your stethoscope here, and then you can put like extra things on the side here, like your pen light, your watch. I'm gonna also be putting alcohol wipes in here because I just need to like clean off my stethoscope, especially like when I come home. Even though I clean it at clinical, I still come home and do it. So yeah, it just kind of keeps everything in place. It's organized. This is actually a new purchase for me. I never had one, but I would keep my stethoscope in its box, and then I would throw that box into my clinical bag. So I just didn't want to carry that weight around, so I thought this was a lot more compact, and it's going to keep everything in like one place, so I'm not going through and digging through a bunch of stuff, and then I can just keep this little case in my new clinical bag. The next thing you need is a pen light. So this one is just from my school bookstore, and it just it has like all the numbers and the sizes of the pupils on the side here, so this always helps you out in your clinical setting. And yeah, these are quite cheap. They're only a couple of bucks, and I'm actually I just have the one, and so far I haven't lost it, so I'm good. Also, another thing that's really important for clinical is a watch. I just have this little white one. I also got this from the bookstore. So far I haven't lost it, and my battery hasn't died, so I've been lucky. I know my friend's battery died. And then basically it just has a little clip here, so you can clip that onto your scrubs, or you can just throw it in the pocket. You're going to need it for like counting respirations and everything like that, so it's always good to have a watch on hand. The next item is also for clinical, and that is a badge reel. So I don't know if you guys can tell in here. Mine's is like this marble pink, white, and gray type of print. This is actually a new purchase that I made. Normally the schools just end up providing it for us. Like normally our instructors have just provided one for us, but now with COVID and everything going on, I just want to keep my own stuff. So I bought a pack of 4 from Amazon, and I'm just going to try to stick with like a simple plain color, just because like I don't want anything to trigger anyone by any means or anything like that. So I'm just trying to keep the simpler badge reels. And also you can also get like a lanyard. I have one of those as well, and just make sure it has like a 3 breakaway or whatever. I don't know what your school recommends, but we're always told to just kind of have the 3 breakaways. Another necessity in nursing school is a calculator, and not 1 but 2. I mean, at the end of the day you only need 1, but I have 2, and the reason is I use one for clinical, so I have this one in my clinical bag, So we do med math, so we have to do like medication calculations and stuff like that. So I always just kind of keep one in my clinical bag, and then I keep the other one in my school bag, because we use them for like our clinical practice or like our labs basically. And so I don't want to keep switching them in case I forget one day and then I have a test in my clinical practice class. So that's why it's important that I have two, just to make sure that I never forget on either of the sites. The next hefty purchase for nursing school is a laptop. I've had mine since my first year of university, and mine has been in perfect condition since then. It is definitely an investment, but a laptop helps you big time in nursing school. You just kind of have it on the go anywhere you need it, and it's really handy when you have group projects to do and everybody's meeting together. That way everybody has something that they can work on. Now I know it's a hefty purchase, and I know that not everybody can afford it, and that's totally fine. Schools allow you to rent out laptops or like book them for a period of time. And then if you have an iPad, I know a lot of people like to take like notes on their iPad, but personally I find that in nursing school just having a laptop is super convenient, and it's definitely something that you need majority of the time. And because we're using electronics a lot, the next item I have to show you is some blue light glasses. So I'm going to take them out of the pouch. Here they are. They're just clear. And this is how they look on me. So blue light glasses are really helpful, just in general I would say, but I ordered mine this summer because now with COVID, a lot of our classes are going to be online, so I know I'm going to be spending a lot more time on my laptop compared to how much I already do, and obviously you want to protect your eyes. So yeah, I got mine from iBuy Direct. My sister actually has the same pair. She got them like last year, and I really liked them, and so I got the exact same ones that she has. But yeah, blue light glasses I find that are going to be really helpful, especially during this time now that a lot of classes are going to be online. The next item I'm going to show you guys is not important to have, but it's definitely helpful to have, and that is a manual BP cuff, or like just the whole set. Basically, I recently purchased this, and I'm going to show you guys why. So it has like, it's just a manual BP, and the reason this is really important is because you learn it in your first semester of nursing school, and I had a really hard time learning it for the first little bit. So it's definitely something that you always want to be refreshed on, because you normally never use it in clinical settings or anything like that. You're always using like the automatic one, but just in case something goes wrong or you have a wrong reading or like a really like I don't know, a really like off kind of reading that seems to you, then you're gonna need something, you're gonna know how to do manual BP. And yes, they teach it to you, but they don't take a really long time going over it. So I think it's really handy to practice at home. Some schools, like, they have lab areas where you can always just sign them out, but then the reason I purchased my own is because I think it was like a week or something that we were able to take it out for, so that's not a whole lot of practice, and it's obviously something that I'm gonna need to refresh on. The next thing you need for nursing school are a bunch of textbooks. Oh my god, I can't even carry these. They're so heavy. But you need textbooks, and nursing school requires a whole lot of them. If you are somebody that likes online textbooks, you prefer them, definitely go for it. Buy them in a group so it's cheaper, but I am somebody that needs the good old books in my hand. I need hard copies to learn. So yeah, these are just a few, and these ones are not even from this semester. I still have to buy books for this coming semester, but they haven't posted the book list yet, so I haven't bought them. But yes, you need textbooks and a whole bunch of them. Next, you guys, we all need a planner. A planner is a necessity in nursing school. It helps keep you organized. It helps with time management, and time management and organization are literally key in nursing school. So buy yourself a planner. If you're somebody that likes to do things online, then Google Calendar, or just like, you know, make a spreadsheet or something, but just keep a planner with you so you have everything nice and organized, and any new dates that pop up, you can always just write them, jot them in. My planner also has like space where I can basically make to-do lists and stuff like that. So I definitely love my planner, and I have been a planner girl for years now. But yeah, they make a huge difference, and I would definitely say it's a necessity in nursing school. And like obviously, like I said, it doesn't have to be a hard copy, it could be online as well, but just keep something to keep you organized. And now I have some binders I purchased for this year. So this is also a new purchase for me, because basically the past 2 semesters what I've done is I've basically kept my stuff in like pocket folders, and like I've had like 4 or 5 of them per semester. But honestly guys, it was really disorganized. I used to have binders like before, like during my prereqs and stuff like that, and then I just stopped using them. But I would definitely recommend having a binder because it just keeps everything nice and tidy, keeps everything organized. And yeah, obviously you can keep it like subject by subject, or like, you know, if you have like 2 courses the same day, that sort of thing. But yeah, binders are really nice. I just have a plain white one. All 4 of mine are plain white, and the reason I did that is because I want to kind of decorate mine. So I'm gonna like probably make like a little sheet, decorate it or whatever, and then just kind of keep one at the front and then keep one at the back. So yeah, and these ones are just off of Amazon, and they were in a box of 4. The other thing you'll need is a folder. So this folder is actually not what I was speaking about. This is actually a much better folder. And this folder I use for clinical. So it opens up, it has like 1, 2, 3, 4 little pockets. I keep my med cards in here, as you can tell, and then I keep like my nursing assignments and everything like that. So this folder is just for clinical, and I always just like to separate my clinical things from my like actual school things. And I have all my clinical papers that I need in here. You will also need lined paper or notebooks. I used to use notebooks during my prereqs, and now I found that I like lined paper better. And now since I'm going to be using a binder, I'm going to keep everything more organized. The reason I prefer the lined paper over the notebook is because sometimes I just have certain sheets that I need to study, and then I just don't want to be like going through my entire notebook or anything. It's not a big deal, but it's just like a personal preference for me. So I'm using lined paper this year. I use lined paper all throughout the program so far, and I know some people like, you know, you want to save paper, but I just, when it comes to learning for me, I literally cannot learn online. Like I need paper and pencils, and like I need to write things down. So yeah, lined paper. Next, you'll want to purchase a little mini notebook. So these ones are really helpful for clinical settings. We just keep them in our scrub pockets because they fit perfectly, and so you can write like your patient like vitals in there, maybe like anything that you know you're gonna have to chart later on but you might forget. So it's always important to just kind of jot down ideas. And yeah, like I said, it's better to have a small one because it just fits right into your pocket, so you don't have to keep running around, putting it somewhere, going back to your patient, etc. So yeah. The next really handy thing to have is a mini stapler. My friend, well, my best friend in the program, she has one of these, and literally our entire class relies on her. I purchased mine last semester because for the first 2 semesters I was literally relying on her and basically everybody else in the class. So yeah, having a mini stapler is super handy because you're always getting a whole bunch of papers and stuff, and like you just want to keep everything together, so you never know when you need it. It's just a really handy tool to have. Next, we have dividers. I have in this like kind of pastel-y colors. So these ones come in a pack of 8, and I have 2 of them because, you know, like I said, I'm gonna be using binders this year. So I'm gonna probably just try to organize maybe like topic by topic. For example, like when I had pharm, it would be like, you know, bronchodilators under one tab, like cholinergic drugs under one tab, like antipsychotics in the other, etc. So obviously I don't have pharm this semester, but whatever classes I do have, I just want to kind of keep everything organized, and that way I know exactly what I need to study. Speaking about like dividers and like organizing and stuff, it's also really nice to have like sticky tabs. Mine are just like these cute little puppy ones. I got them gifted to me, I think, in high school. You know, when kids come from like Japan and stuff and they visit your school, so I had like a little goodie bag with stuff, and these were in there. So yeah, these are super handy, especially come exam time, because then you can just mark off the chapters that you need to study for exams. That's normally what I use it for, or like maybe just like when you're going through like your outline, you can just tab all the chapters that you're going to be reading and like what week you're going to be reading it in, etc. So you just have it all ready to go. Post-it notes are the next item. These are super helpful. I have them in a bunch of like bright kind of colors. I bought a new pack this year because I have literally ran out of all of mine. I use stickies like crazy. Like I'll literally just like write like certain things I need to remember, and I'll just like have them all over my room. And then at school sometimes if a teacher says something is important, or like you know, we're handed all this information and you just need to randomly quickly take something out, I always use sticky notes. So they have been an essential for me, and I bought my pack like even before I was in the program, so I ran out of them. I didn't buy new ones going into the nursing program, so now I went and bought new ones because I know that literally post-it notes, I just go through them like crazy. So yeah. Next we have highlighters. So these are the ones I have. They're kind of pastel colors. I used to have the Sharpie ones and I used them for many years, and the colors have just started fading out. So now I have these ones, and these are really pretty and they work quite well. So yeah, you never know when you need highlighters, and honestly, just be really smart about it, because I know some people will buy highlighters and then they'll just end up highlighting everything. That is not the way to go. You don't need to highlight literally every single thing. So just be smart about the way you use them, but highlighters are really helpful to use. Next item I have are a bunch of Papermate pens. So these ones are in a bunch of different colors. I used to actually like have all my notes in colors and stuff when I was doing my prereq courses, like when I first started college, but then I kind of stopped once I got into the program because things got really busy, and like, yeah. So now I went and got some colored pens again because I know a lot of our classes are going to be done at home. So I know I'll be able to like, you know, write my notes down a little bit more neater, because I found when it comes to studying, I get really bored and I just like don't retain the information as better when everything is like in black and blue versus like when it's in colors, because I can kind of just like see it in my brain a little bit differently. And obviously everybody has different learning strategies, but colors definitely help me out. I also did buy a pack of blue pens for when I do need them, because I was going through my pens and I've literally gone through like all of them, and there's like little bit of ink left and everything, and I really like these ones. They don't hurt my fingers or anything because they have like a soft little grip on them. And these work quite well. They were like, I got them as like an add-on item, so they were like $2 or $3 from Amazon. And because you're writing in pen all the time, it's important to have some whiteout. The whiteout is obviously gonna correct any errors that you made. Just a little thing, it's handy. I would buy it or just use an old one if you have one. The next item I find is super important, and that is flashcards. You guys, flashcards are literally a savior in nursing school. I am somebody that really thrives off of learning with flashcards. But last semester, as you guys know, I had a bunch of renovations and stuff going on at home, so my studying wasn't really like to the top there, and so come midterm time and everything, I did not make flashcards. I just kind of like studied off of my friends, and like certain classes I won't make flashcards for, and then my friend always makes them, so I usually like on the day of when she's going through hers, I'll just like go through the ones that she's going through. But they do help you a lot, and normally during finals, that's when I make flashcards. So yeah, I do find them super helpful. I'm going to try to use them a little bit more this year, but like I said, things happen in life and you don't always get the time that you want for studying. But when you do, flashcards are really helpful to study with, and as long as they're done, you can always just keep going through them like during the week, or like if you're gone for a walk, or like if you're sitting with your family or something. So they're just really handy. The next item I have is obviously not a necessity. It's just different people learn differently, and so I have a whiteboard. The reason I got a whiteboard is basically just to kind of like write things down, and to kind of just like teach myself. So like, you know, you can kind of play teacher with yourself and just like write it on the whiteboard as if you're explaining it to somebody else, or just kind of see, just to retain the information better. So obviously everybody's different, but I definitely like having a whiteboard at home. So yeah, this one is from Amazon. I think it was like $16 to $20, but obviously like Walmart, Target, like all those type of stores, dollar store, they all have whiteboards. And to go with the whiteboard, we have some whiteboard markers. My other ones, I have no idea where they disappeared. I'm pretty sure we threw them out when we were cleaning our house. So I got a new pack this year, and these are just from Amazon as well, but obviously you can buy them from like basically any store. The next few items I just never took out, but basically you need scrubs. Obviously I would recommend having at least 2 pairs, because one day you're going to wear one, the next day you're going to wear the other, or like if you guys are doing one 12-hour shift a week, then it's better to just kind of switch them instead of always wearing the same ones. And then for myself, somebody who does 6 weeks in psych and 6 weeks in med, every semester I would obviously buy some business casual clothes. I prefer to just kind of keep my nursing clothes like strictly for nursing. So even the business casual clothes that I got, I have like, I would say like a few tops, and then I have like 2 or 3 pairs of pants, and then I just kind of like rotate between them and just kind of get something that's going to last you a while, because you're obviously going to be washing it after each wear, and you just don't want it to get all linty and like just pill up on you and stuff like that. Also, with that being said, you also need to buy clinical shoes. I have Skechers. Just get like the workwear type of shoes, because they're supposed to be like non-slip. They're supposed to have like a good grip on them and everything like that. So I know every school has kind of like their own policies and like own recommendations. Mine recommends like Reebok. Is that how you say it? I don't even know. And Skechers, and I have the Skechers, and they work really well, and they've lasted me. They have like a cushion foam and stuff. Some people don't like them. They work fine for me. And the other 2 things I would say would be like a black full sleeve. The reason I say this is because I'm somebody who is always cold. So when you go to your med rotations, or like for people that are RNs, if you're only doing med, sometimes when you wear like the half sleeve scrub tops, it can get really cold. So having a full sleeve underneath, with obviously the arms have to be like up to here, that kind of keeps you a little bit warm in the colder weather. And then as well as, I'm a little excessive, and I always wear leggings underneath my scrubs because I am always cold in the mornings. And yeah, and I normally don't sweat that much either, even when I'm working really hard. There's been very few times where I've been like sweating like on the floor, but for the most part I'm okay. So I always like to be prepared, because when I'm cold I cannot do any work. And lastly, I was gonna say with that, maybe like a zip up hoodie, or just like a hoodie or a sweater in general, because it gets really cold when you're leaving early mornings for clinical placements. And like I said, I always like to separate my clothes. So I just have a zip up that's strictly for clinical, and I just wear that to the hospital. And then when I come back, it's just in its own section, only meant for the hospital. And there you have it. That was my huge nursing supply haul for you all. I really hope this video was helpful, and I did try my best to include as many things as possible. If there's anything that I didn't mention, please leave it in the comments down below. And then just know that I will be posting a lot more nursing related content, so stay tuned for that. If you guys have any suggestions of what videos you want to watch related to nursing school, please let me know, because this is a passion and I love nursing, and I would be more than willing to share. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, because that is going to help me out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!